Hey, what's up, everybody? So coming to you today with the weekend recap for the DAZN UK card, and it's going to look at we're going to look at the Josh Warrington Mairicio Lara fight that took place, and we're going to kick it off with the undercard though action, which saw Zelfa Barrett and Kiko Martinez go at it. Now, this fight, was basically to see. It was a 130-pound fight. Zelfa Barrett, contender on the rise, only one loss, taking on Kiko Martinez, a former 122-pound champion, fighting at 130 now, 34 years old, 9 losses. It looked like if Barrett was ready to, was really ready to take the next step, that he should have been able to pretty much cleanly win this fight, and it really wasn't. The judges now came back with a unanimous decision for him for sure, but the stats on the fight were kind of astounding, because overall Kiko Martinez outlanded Barrett, stunned him 3 times. He also outlanded him in power punches, and he nearly quadrupled him in body punches. So, I mean, this was kind of, I was kind of coming in and out on the fight. I know Kiko was being aggressive and Barrett was kind of being swift on his feet, but it really is a fight that that I read one sports writer said could have been pretty much one of the worst decisions of the year. It could go down as one of those. So, Kiko Martinez, I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with Zelfa Barrett winning the fight, but you look at the stats and the fact that Kiko Martinez is 34 years old. He hasn't been a champion in over 6 years, and he really hasn't done much since he moved beyond 122. Getting knocked out against Gary Russell Jr. and Leo Santa Cruz. He did have somewhat of a close fight at featherweight against Josh Warrington before Warrington hit big. But, this, in my opinion, should have been a cakewalk to some extent for Zelfa Barrett to prove that he was ready to move on to the next level, and he didn't do that. So, for me, this was I'm going to chalk this one up as he's not going to make it into my top 10, kind of a so-so performance, and hopefully he can bounce back with something better next, and I'm sure Eddie Hearn will keep him busy. So that's the undercard. Now the main event, we saw a shocker here, guys. Mairicio Lara pulled off possibly what could go down as an upset of the year. He came in against the number 2 featherweight in the world, the undefeated former champion Josh Warrington, on his home turf, and just walked through Warrington. It was competitive at times when Warrington decided to move his head, but he could not avoid the big left hook by Mairicio Lara, who continued to come forward and just went right after him. It was just my opinion, I thought it was mostly a one-sided fight. Warrington had his moments, but every time he seemed to try to steal the thunder away from Lara just hurt him and kept punching, and his punches were thudding hard shots. And he scored a couple knockdowns, I believe, in the 4th round, and then just continued to press Warrington, who, looked like he was trying to get back into the fight, but he just could not avoid the big shots, and it was just too much. And by the 9th round, he looked out of gas, and Lara landed a money punch that sent him down and out. And the referee waved out the fight in the middle of his count, with Warrington not even making an attempt to get up. And huge win for Mairicio Lara, coming out of nowhere and knocking out the number 2 featherweight in the world. Tough loss for Josh Warrington. He'll definitely stay in the top 10 for now, but that was a very, very big upset and a brutal knockout and a beating that he took. And he says he's going to be back. We'll see if the possibility against Mairicio Lara, the rematch, is there. But Mairicio Lara really made a splash here. Big time win. And that is it for the DAZN United Kingdom Josh Warrington versus Mairicio Lara recap. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to start posting pictures. That's why you guys are looking at pictures instead of my face anymore. I figure you guys want to see pictures over my face. So just know, still the same, true boxing. You've been hit with the truth.